nobody wants to fucking hear. So that when my rights are violated, or the rights of others, at least something is done. The problem is we're forced to go to people and places that are biased. You blame all men for your decisions. It must be men's fault. Isn't that right, ladies? No, it's not. It's not men's fault that you're a piece of shit. It's not men's fault that you chose to be a piece of shit. Just like it's not men's fault that cops are all pieces of shit. You can't be a police officer and be a good person. It's not fucking possible. When you know that what you are doing is victimizing the most victimized people in the fucking country, no, you can kiss my ass. Oh, fire truck. Beautiful. The problem is that out of all these agencies that I've gone to, all of them are collecting fucking money. All of them. For not doing a goddamn thing. And then, of course, I still have people that want to harass me. All the fucking time. Natalie Bollinger and her friends been making fake fucking accounts to harass me since over a year before she was fucking killed. But that's fine because nobody gives a fuck, right? You slander somebody's name, it makes it oh fucking K to look the other way, doesn't it? You fucking pigs. So it's time to make some goddamn phone calls, right? What fucking good is it gonna do? What good is it gonna do me to try to make phone calls when obviously every fucking cop in America is a useless piece of shit who should stick his head in the toilet and fucking flush? The United States is a horrible place. If you got money, sure, it might be alright. But when you're victimized to the point of extreme fucking poverty, just for turning fucking 18, Jesus goddamn Christ, we need to do something. That situation with Molly, all these fucking porkers gotta do is get off their fat, lazy fucking asses. How about you keep your hands out of your fucking pockets, porker? I don't support pork. You're either a good cop or a pig, and we already know there's no such thing as a good fucking cop. When it comes to a man being abused, yeah, they will look the other fucking way. Police are not here for the American people. They're here for people with money and people with tits. I mean that. When it comes to the LGBT community, you know what? They're the ones taken away from all of us. The LGBT community is the one taken away from all of us. It ain't homeless people. It's a bunch of fucking whiners that are bitching because they were born with the wrong parts. No, you weren't. That's how genetics fucking works. Your dad's semen mixed with your mom's egg, it formed an embryo, and that embryo either formed a penis or a vagina. When it comes to children with cancer who are being turned down and fucking dying because of fucking medical bullshit, and then of course we're told that, well, of course, we, the American taxpayers, need to contribute to have their penises removed or their vaginas extended or whatever the hell they want to call it. Between that kid's cancer and the LGBT community wanting equality, that's not fucking equality. That's fucking selfishness. Between that kid with cancer and your fucking penis removal, I don't care about your penis. And then you're gonna down on everybody because you don't get what you want. You think it's owed to you, every goddamn thing. You know what? I've been listening to this crap out of the black community my entire goddamn life. White people owe them, white people owe them, white people this, white people that. How many times have black people actually said thank you to you for anything that you've ever done for them? I want to know. The hundreds of white mothers who marched at the front of the line with BLM so those black people wouldn't be shot by the police. Those are white people too. How about the 600,000 white people who gave up their lives during the Civil War? But they don't exist? They never existed? They weren't white? And then, of course, there's been this, oh, you're not using the right descriptives. I'm a them, they. I'm not a him. I'm not a he. I'm not a she. I'm not a her. I'm a them, they. Oh, at the very beginning, I was fine with that. But then when I had LGBT community asswipes pissed off because I didn't know that they wanted to be called a sparkly goddamn unicorn. This is no fucking joke. This isn't an LGBT person. This is a straight up homosexual who was pissed off because I didn't know his descriptive was sparkly goddamn unicorn. I mean this literally. We got somebody who is so fucking self-absorbed and fucking stuck up, thinking he's owed every goddamn thing in the world because he was, what, born with the wrong parts? No, you weren't. No, you weren't. Being born with a penis is no different from being born with a vagina. It's genetics. You are pushed out head first unless you got a problem with having a breech birth. You are born that way whether you are gay or straight. You are born that way whether you are a lesbian or not. As far as trying to fuck up the English goddamn language, we've got those descriptives for a reason. If a cross-dressing black man smacks me in the head with a fucking baseball bat, I'm going to describe him as a cross-dressing black man because that is the description that is going to make it easiest to catch him. What, you want me to go, it was sparkly unicorn guy. Oh, you said guy, you must be hating on homosexuals. Jesus fuck. Yes, I support the LGBT community. Absolutely. I do not support fucking insanity. And that's exactly what we're getting out of BLM. That is exactly what we're getting out of LGBT. That is exactly what we're getting out of the Me Too movement, is complete and total fucking batshit bonkers goddamn lunacy. I'm not against somebody who is born with a penis having it removed. I'm not against that. I'm against my labor paying for body modification when, well, there are children that will fucking die without health care. You're not gonna die of having a fucking penis. Actually, that's not true. All it takes is one fucking false accusation. One. It don't matter if you're gay or not. You have the penis. And because you have the penis, therefore it must be your fault. Even if you're LGBT, even if you wish that you had been born with a vagina. But between your useless surgery, oh, you would feel better if you had a vagina, huh? How would you know you don't have a vagina? Afterwards, are you going to feel better? I don't fucking know. What I do know is that through most of my life, I've been given the treatment of, I need to be okay with who I am. I need to be okay with who I am. I am okay with who I am. I don't expect to have my parts removed. You know, if somebody would pay to have my penis removed, I'd be fine with it. I don't fucking use it. I pee out of the thing. Now we get to hear from the LGBT community, and this is in multiple countries now. It ain't just the United States. We got people literally being arrested because they're not using the right descriptive. So now we need special labels for every goddamn person. Your descriptive is them, they, then keep it that way. Don't go off on people because they don't know that you want to be called sparkly fucking unicorn, dumbass. And I swear to fucking dog, if you steal from me, I'm not going to the cops and telling them that I was fucking stolen from by a sparkly goddamn unicorn. That's fucking ludicrous. I'm not going to send the cops out looking for a sparkly goddamn unicorn when it's a cross-dressing black man who committed the fucking crime. Now let's change it around a bit. Let's say it's a cross-dressing white man. Is that any different? No! No, it's not. Wrong is wrong. When it comes to these fucking pigs in this goddamn town, it's just like any other goddamn town. These asswipes are at least nice enough to talk nice, but they're still full of shit, just like every other fucking pig in the goddamn country. There's no such thing as a good fucking cop. I keep waiting on one of these fucking pigs to prove me wrong. What do they prove? They prove that they're fucking sexist goddamn pigs. Sexist pigs. If a woman beats on a man, who's the one who's going to jail? Probably the man. When it comes to telling the truth and showing the truth, I got no fucking issues with it. None. What I've got issues with is the rest of you fucking cowards. Oh, you think this is okay, do you? No, I'm taking this abuse because none of these fucking agencies that you're supposed to go to are going to do anything if it's just you. 6 goddamn years of trying to get help, and I'm stuck with you fucking morons. You guys who can't get off the fucking drugs long enough to realize what the fuck is going on. I didn't make you fucking cowards. Cowardice, that's not something that you're born with. Cowardice is something that is ingrained into you by cowardly parents, by a cowardly upbringing. You are trained and taught to be a coward. You are trained and taught not to take any responsibility for your fucking actions, unless, of course, you're a male. That's right. Men and women aren't that much different. The way that we treat them is. The way that we train them is. The way that we teach them is. You teach your daughter that she's a pretty fucking princess. No, she's a fat hoe. You don't like that? You don't like the insinuations of size? Or the insinuation of being a gardening tool? I used to be a very fat kid. Yeah, I speak out about being fat and how people treat you when you're fat. I also speak out about fat people who feel fucking entitled, like they are owed something because they're a fucking behemoth. Holy hell. My Aunt Mary wasn't a fat fucking hippo because of genetics. She had shit for self-esteem and tried to fucking eat herself to death. Oh, I've never had a boyfriend. Well, my mom had one boyfriend once. Sorry, not my mom, my Aunt Mary. She had a boyfriend named Steven once. Only boyfriend she ever had. He was a chubby chaser, obviously. Now, my Aunt Mary, she's got diabetes, and she's fucking epic proportions. And, of course, this woman is supposed to eat a special diet. The deal for me staying with her was that I would buy my food and she would buy hers. Well, instead of fucking her buying her own food and me buying mine and me eating my food and her eating hers, she would put her fucking chair in front of the refrigerator as soon as she got off of fucking work, and she would sit there and fucking eat and eat and eat and eat and fucking eat and eat and eat, while her two dogs, Corky and Jill, shat and pissed all over the fucking floor, and my fat ass Aunt Mary couldn't even clean up the fucking mess. Oh, she was capable, but she was too fucking lazy. Meanwhile, she worked at a Jewish group home where 90% of the time there, she spent her time sitting on her fucking ass on the couch watching fucking TV. But yeah, she's owed. It's our fault she's fat. It's genetics. It's got nothing to do with the fact that she's fucking lazy. She has zero fucking self-esteem from being made fun of her entire fucking life for being fucking massive. When she finally got to have her gastric bypass surgery, they denied it 3 separate fucking times because her lazy ass wouldn't fucking exercise. It wasn't even half a Chapel, Nebraska block to go from her place to her post office box, her mailbox. And literally, she could not make the walk because she never fucking tried. The furthest my Aunt Mary walked was from her recliner to her bedroom, from her recliner to her chair in front of the refrigerator, from her chair in front of the refrigerator to her car in the garage, from her car at work to, of course, inside. That's all the walking she did, and it fucking melted the woman. I don't mean literally melted her, but Jesus, she would turn into a fucking sweat storm. I used to be a fat kid. Was I fat because of genetics? No, I was fat because of medications. Dear BLM, every one of you deserves to be homeless. Dear KKK, every one of you deserves to be homeless. Dear viewers, every one of you deserves to be homeless. Those of you who are already homeless, you deserve it for not fighting for your own rights and for the rights of the others within your community. The homeless community is your community. Whether you like it or not, that is where you have been placed by your society. There are no such thing as good people in this country anymore. Where people will look away as long as it's not happening to them. And then, of course, we've got the Catholic Church making us all look bad, right? Nope, I'm not Catholic. We also got the Baptist Church getting all fucked up right now for molesting children and helping people get away with it. The Baptist Church. Southern Baptist. We got the same thing going on in the Lutheran Church. We got the same thing going on in the Assembly of fucking God. Now, I don't want to have to say this, but it is a very, very important observation. It's not just the LGBT community and the hatred from the LGBT community. It's also hatred from the Christian community. You're literally murdering people and complaining that you're the ones that are being fucking persecuted. I gotta pose this question. Are all Christians child molesters? Do all Christians support child molesters? Seems to me they do. Your silence is compliance. Your silence is violence. I followed the rules that I learned when I was a kid. I know that some of them work. Like safety in numbers. And that's the one thing missing from this fucking equation. A bunch of people fucking lied to me. A bunch of people made empty fucking promises, and those very same people wanted to throw a fucking tantrum because I showed the fucking truth on the goddamn internet when they were too cowardly to come forward on their own. Then you want to down on me for shit that you weren't there for. Oh, you could have looked at the evidence and realized what was going on, but no, you didn't get what you wanted right when you fucking wanted it, did you? Now we got the Catholic Church covering up for Catholic priests touching little kids. We got the Baptist Church covering up for priests touching little kids. We got the Lutheran Church covering up for priests who are touching little kids. Oh, I didn't use the right word, did I? I should have said pastor, huh? Yeah, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. But you're gonna take that one little fucking nugget, that one little piece, and be fucking cunt rags over it. I can't think of a single officer in the United States of America who I would want to stand in front of if they were getting shot at. I can't think of one. Every single officer that I have encountered in the last 7 years, yeah, I can't think of a good goddamn thing about a single one of them. Talking nice is not a good thing. It can be if it's genuine, but cops are not genuine. They're all liars. They are taught and trained to fucking murder you and fucking lie about it. They are taught to blow your fucking head off and then lie about it. That's why it's important to record. With my Aunt Mary, she does fucked up shit because she got no self-esteem because she's fucking massive. We got a bunch of LGBT folks who are pissed off because they weren't born with the right fucking parts. We also got kids dying every day of fucking neglect and you don't give a shit. We got homeless people being fucking murdered by police every goddamn day. And you don't give a fuck because it's not a black man in a house. It's not a woman in a house. It's not a Jew in a house. It's not a Muslim in a house. If they're on the fucking streets, they're street people to you. And getting these cops off their fucking fat, lazy asses, that's not my fucking job to do their fucking job, but they're not doing their fucking job, and they are literally going out of their way to break the law to prevent me from defending myself. Meanwhile, you guys want to pretend that I'm being victimized because I fucking speak up. No, if I wasn't being victimized, I'd have nothing to fucking speak out about, bitch. So yeah, go fuck yourselves. And fuck every goddamn cop in America. Oh, you want to tell me that your uncle's a cop and you think he's a good man? That just makes you a fucking idiot. A fucking idiot. You go to work with your uncle every day? Or are you just blowing smoke up our asses, you fucking piece of shit? Oh, your daddy was a cop? I know lots of people whose daddies were cops who couldn't keep their nasty cockbeaters off their kids. When you're friends with the sheriff's daughter, she's telling you she was molested by her fucking dad. And she won't turn it in because she's afraid because he's a fucking cop. That really fucking sells it. That really sells it for me. That shows why we need to get rid of all police officers and start over from scratch. We need to teach them how to be human beings, for Christ's fucking sake. I don't trust anybody with a badge. And although Brent Jepson had a lot of not nice things to say about law enforcement. Matter of fact, he's one of the guys that I went to because he was previous law enforcement. I went to him to try to get help turning this shit in. He's not a cop anymore. Well, then he starts working for Scott DaCosta. No. Brent Jepson, you're fucking trash at this point. I didn't just lose respect for you. I lost respect for your entire goddamn family. You know, I stuck up for the Jepsons for years. Both Jepson families. But it turns out both Jepson families are full of fucking cowards. There isn't a decent person among them. I used to believe they were good people, but they showed me they're not. They showed me what the rest of you showed me. The truth don't matter. What matters is what other people think. That's why these cops get away with what they get away with. Because they, of course, prey to the stupidity of the KKK. Every cop in America does this. And I'm not talking about a fucking conspiracy that every cop in America is knowingly and willingly a part of. What I'm talking about is the fact that we've got old-ass laws that were created by racist assholes, and these fucking pigs, knowing that what they're doing is wrong, are still utilizing these bad laws to try to justify the sins that they committed. Laws that were specifically created for victimizing black people. But of course, they couldn't write down black people because that would be against the law. So it's just illegal in general. That's why homelessness is illegal. It's because people didn't like black folks having freedom. So we got to make it so that 4 million homeless black people will never have rights in the United States. And lo and behold, the anti-homeless bullshit that started back right after the Civil War. Sorry, it started actually before the Civil War, didn't it? The 13th Amendment was introduced before the end of the Civil War, and it was ratified soon thereafter. I absolutely blame the LGBT community for supporting stupidity, for supporting selfishness. I don't owe you shit just because you suck a dick. That belongs in the fucking bedroom. I don't care whose cock you're sucking. I'm not kissing you. How would you like it if I spent the next 4 years, every time I see you, shoving it in your face that I am a heterosexual? I'm not. I can't consider myself a heterosexual. I'm not attracted to men or women. But how about if I shove that in your face every time I saw you? Just like you do to me. Oh, these people are persecuting homosexuals. You have nothing to talk about. Really, I stuck up for your rights as a homosexual. Dallas Richmond, he's not homosexual. His little brother is. I was not well liked in Chapel, Nebraska because, of course, I stuck up for the little bastard. And I still do, despite the fact that he's a fucking asshole. Yes, absolutely, Dakota Richmond is an asshole. He's a stuck-up little fucking prick. He was definitely Todd Rust's favorite out of the whole group. Of course, at that point in time, Todd Rust, although everybody else in town knew that Dakota, everybody else in town knew he was a homosexual. We all got to hear from Todd Rust about how much he hates homosexuals and they're all going to hell and blah, 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 blah. Well, when Dakota finally come out of the closet, which it took him a while. Why did it take him so long? Because he didn't want to be judged by Todd Rust. He knew that Todd Rust hated homosexuals. It's part of his Christian religion. But then, when Dakota come out of the closet, Todd's like, oh yeah, I support homosexuals. I supported them the whole time. No, you didn't, Todd. No, you fucking didn't. You're a fucking piece of shit, Todd Rust. While I was sticking up for Dakota, you were letting him know the same thing that my mom let me know. That you wouldn't love him if he's a homosexual. Well, guess what? I don't need to seek the acceptance of my mother over my sexual preference. I choose masturbation. You don't have to have a sexual orientation to masturbate. You're not going to catch this. Well, you actually could catch diseases from masturbating, so you should probably wash your hands. Now, with all that bullshit last night, me being deprived of so much fucking sleep, I got to come here and lay back down next to my vehicle between 7 o'clock and 11 o'clock. 7 to 8, 9 to 10 to 11. That's 4 hours of sleep. That's a lot of sleep for me. But I also slept on the ground next to my vehicle instead of sleeping in my seat. And right now my back hurts like a motherfucker. Matter of fact, whatever is wrong with my nerve in my lower back, it's shooting pain into my right buttock. So, let's get down to the brass tacks. What's the whole point in bringing up all these different people? Bringing up fat people and gay people and, of course, people with badges. Because we got a bunch of individual groups who think that they're fucking special. Think they deserve special rights, special privileges that nobody else gets. No, you don't deserve special rights and privileges for fucking shoving your sexual preference in our fucking face. I don't care whose dick you're sucking. I don't fucking care. What I care is that you're shoving it in my face. Just like those assholes who thought that it was okay to go try to harass my gay friends in Boulder, Colorado, thinking that this is an okay thing to do. No, I stood up then too. When Dylan, the schizophrenic dude who hung out outside of the Boulder Starbucks on Pearl Street, when he was wanting to go assault a man for being Muslim, did I go along with this man and go beat up a Muslim? No, I explained to him how wrong his line of thinking was. What, that guy's a bad person just because he's a Muslim? Are you fucking insane? Well, yes, he is. Safety in numbers, folks. The world changes when we make it change. When the LGBT community wants our support, but will not support us, no, I don't owe the LGBT community. There are individuals within the LGBT community. But when it comes to fighting for LGBT rights, it's not a matter of owing them. It's a matter of seeing them as human beings. But I also remember going to Pride Fest to support my gay friends and being made fun of for being a breeder the whole time. Oh, Sean, it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. Fine, I'll take it all in good fun, but Garen goddamn teed, if I treated you like that, you'd be up in fucking arms. Now, we got a lot of entitled homosexuals, people like Dakota, who obviously had lots of support. If it weren't for all of the support that Dakota had coming out of the closet, he'd be a much different person. Now, he got a big head on him, first of all, because so many people did stick up for him. He's the youngest of the family. He's the pampered little princess. And I'm fine with that. I'm even fine with him being an asshole. Because sometimes that's what it takes. But I'm not going to pretend that he's more of a human being than me, or a better human being than me, or that he should get special things that I don't just because he sucks dick and rides cock. Most people who have issues with homosexuals don't have issues with the homosexuality itself. They have an issue with self-entitled fucking assholes shoving it in their fucking faces everywhere they go. You want to kiss your boyfriend in public? I'm fine with that. Two people who both happen to be men or both happen to be women who are kissing each other on TV in a television show, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with public displays of affection out of homosexuals. I'm not okay with homosexuals blaming everything on their sexual orientation. No, if you're an asshole, it's because you're an asshole. Being gay doesn't make you an asshole. I know lots of gay men who are not assholes. I know lots of gay women who are not assholes. Most of them are still cowards, but they're not assholes. Anyway, I gotta go try to make some money. to try to make sure that my evidence is not fucking stolen from me. I have chosen peace. The police have given me violence. I chose peace, and the Bollingers gave me violence. I chose peace, and my friends gave me violence. That shit needs to fucking stop. You want to shove it in our faces about your homosexuality, but you aren't going to do a goddamn thing about victims who are not homosexuals. They don't fucking matter to you. I don't fucking matter to you. It doesn't matter how hard I fought for your rights or how much I stuck up for you because I don't suck cock. Well, that don't make any fucking sense. Good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and no victim left behind. Fuck the police.